Sup, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that shit.
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
Hello, my glorious gigglers. We're in Boston.
I like Boston.
Revolutionary War vibes.
I love like a 13 Colony vibe.
I love a Paul Revere moment. Zaddy. Anyway, before we start, I did want to quickly address, I was in my DMs yesterday. I was doing a lot of research. There is obviously stuff going on in Iran that's crazy right now.
Right.
And we have Iranian gigglers that were literally like telling me what the fuck is going on. Basically, if you are behind, Mahsa Amini is an Iranian woman who was wearing her hijab wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a thing called morality police.
Yeah.
That put her into custody and was supposed to be like an hour. And they ended up killing her.
Yeah.
And
how old was she? Do you know? She was young, right?
She was 22 years old.
Yeah. That's insane.
So there's been this uprising of women, especially younger women in Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Now the government is like cutting them off from talking, to other people. Their internet is down.
Yeah.
So basically what the Iranian gigglers were telling me is like, you just have to spread the word about what's going on. Like they just want it to be known what the hell is going on. And we just are sending our love. But yeah, there's so many like strong, smart women in Iran that are so brave right now. Like, because people are dying and they're still protesting. Men are getting involved. It's becoming like a thing. I know there's been uprisings in the past, but hopefully like we could just send our love, raise awareness.
I think even just like talking about it on the podcast, I'm sure there's girls listening right now that are like, wait, what?
Yeah, they didn't
what
know.
Happened?
They didn't know. There's no easy way to segue this, but Adam Levine is not the A-list singer that DM'd me. I know you guys were worried about him.
Wait, did you see Adam Devine's Instagram post?
I love him. What do you do?
I love him. Okay, so Adam Devine is married to Chloe Bridges, and his Instagram caption was like, "Hi, I'm Adam Devine. This is my wife, Chloe. We are going strong. Adam Levine is a worse singer than I am, and we are naming our first child Sumner." Like, thank you.
Do you think people have been confusing
For
him
sure.
and sending
because
like, hate
I remember
messages?
when
Was he on Pitch Perfect?
Yep, he's in Pitch Perfect. Craig actually has met him before because they filmed the HBO show in Charleston.
Oh my god.
With Danny McBride's show. And he's like worked out with him before, and I'm like, please tell him I'm like the biggest fan.
That's
Craig's
the most
like,
dude thing ever.
I'm
Yeah,
not
we've
telling
lifted
him that.
weights before. I've spotted him, bruh.
I remember when like all the Britney Spears stuff was happening, and Jamie Lynn Sigler was getting a bunch of DMs because people thought it was her, like that Jamie Lynn. Yeah. She was like, "Hey, just want to let everyone know I am not Britney Spears' sister. Thank you."
Isn't she like a huge fan of you?
Yes, we DM all the time. I love her.
I have to tell you something.
What?
So every couple of weeks, I do a little double check to see if Amy Schumer still follows me.
She started following me.
She follows you.
I know.
I checked it and it said Hannah Berner, Paige, DeSorbo, and I was like,
I was literally
Amy Schumer's a giggler.
No, Hannah, I was
Amy,
literally.
if you're listening, we love you. Please don't follow me. I'm the creepy one. She's my Hailey Bieber. I'm like, interesting she followed you.
I forgot to tell you that. I was literally laying in the bed because, like, where else would I be? And I was on the phone with Craig, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
No, it's huge.
And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Amy Schumer just literally started following me like 4 seconds ago." And I then immediately went to her Instagram and just liked everything. And then I was like, wait, was that too much?
Wait,
like,
you're acting like she's a hot guy.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I like too many pictures, I think.
She's unfollowed me before.
Her line's a shift,
Yeah.
for sure, which means she's definitely a giggler because, like, you never know what she's going to do.
Yeah, she's a giggler. I'm obsessed with her. I even quoted her at the last live show because we were talking about poosh and goop and how goop is, like, what I call the stuff in my underwear at the end of a long day.
Yeah.
And how in one of her specials, she calls it the spider webs.
When I did an episode of Watch What Happens Live with Vanessa Bayer.
Yes.
Who is like another hilarious
we love
woman.
Vanessa.
And she was like, oh, she said it so nonchalant. And like, you know, when you like meet certain celebrities and like you you don't want to like fangirl and make it weird, but but like inside you're freaking out. So like when I met her, I was freaking out. She was like, oh my God, like I love Summer House. Like Amy wanted me to come over the other night and like watch it. And like in my head, I was like, she did not just refer to Amy Schumer as just like Amy. And she was like, Amy, I can't. Like I'm doing Watch What Happens with Paige. And I was just like,
Amy, you're addicted to Summer House. Stop.
Like two massive comedians make fun of us like on their own, you know, like it couldn't have a better compliment.
But also like if Amy Schumer thinks our podcast is funny, should we retire?
I mean, should we
Where
have
do
her
we go from here?
Should we have her open for us?
Did you see we posted a video on our Instagram saying how we opened for Jack Harlow in Vegas?
Yeah. We did.
So yeah, Adam Levine did not DM me. Everyone is making fun of it with memes. His how would you feel if you were Bahati and now I kind of like that people are just making fun of it.
Okay, the memes are great. I actually have a hot take. It's actually not really a hot take. I feel like when it first came out, when this girl first put this TikTok out, I immediately first went to the comments because I was like, people have to be just ruining her in the comments. And they were just like, I think you forgot like the apology in this video and like just really coming at her. And I got like sick to my stomach. Yes, should you obviously never hook up with someone who has a significant other, whether they're dating, married, or like whatever the situation is? Yes, obviously that is inherently wrong. If you are a young girl in their early 20s and an A-list celebrity DMs you, 98% of people are DMing back. Like, come the fuck on. Like, there's like it
also, if
anyone who's
girl,
like shaming her, I would love to have an A-list celebrity DM them and see what the fuck they did with it.
I mean, I did ignore mine.
That's true.
But I was at my bachelorette party.
Right. We were like walking down the aisle.
But I still bragged about it.
You bragged about it. And here's the opposite situation. I said, shoot, what do we do? And you looked at me and you said, Paige, I'm getting married.
Oh, no, I mean, for a second, we're like, what do we do?
Yeah.
But I do have to say, people were making fun of her being like, I just moved to LA. I'm new to LA. I got to LA a week ago.
Like, did she handle it wrong? Do I think that hindsight is 2020? Could she have handled it differently? If she was really nervous that someone was going to sell these screenshots to a press like tabloid, could she have handled it totally different and been like, yeah, sell it if that's what you want to do, and then like reacted after and said like no comment, or like reached out to Bahati on her own? Yes, there is a better way than her just throwing up a TikTok. But one, she was probably fucking nervous that this person was gonna sell it and then she would have no say. She was kind of taking
like the biggest hoe
ownership of her narrative. But like getting mad at like a 20-something-year-old girl who has this man of complete power and like A-list celebrity status basically manipulating her into like, you're who I want to be with.
But you know, actually, I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like misogyny at its finest, the fact that the public has now focused on her.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, if someone does something fucked up, like what Adam Levine did is fucked up, why are we analyzing how people are reacting to his messiness? Like, she's a result of the original fuck up.
Right.
My thing is, hey, maybe don't do the original fuck up and don't worry about the mess. Because obviously it's messy. There's no right way to go about that.
And I feel like I'm sensitive to this, obviously just from a reality TV standpoint, because like in real life, if your boyfriend does something fucked up, no one's texting you being like, you're such a dumb bitch. Like, no one's coming at you. So like when Craig does something on reality TV that is clearly wrong and stupid, he gets maybe a few DMs being like, you're disgusting, blah, blah, blah. You know who gets all of the DMs? Me. Being like, how could you be with this person? You're so fucking dumb. You're so much better. And I'm like, why don't you direct it his way?
Again, that's
like
misogyny.
It's just one of the craziest things. Like, your boyfriend can cheat on you, but now you're wrong because you're staying with him. Like, you're going through it in real time.
Yeah.
So
also,
I feel bad.
I've never been with a married dude, but I feel like when a famous married dude is like, yeah, like our marriage is like there's a lot of marriages that have arrangements that are not open to the public.
Right.
Yeah, she got really hot for the video and she's like, I took a lot of takes.
Because if she didn't look in
People
that
roast the shit
situation,
out of her.
yeah, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If she was no makeup, hair up in a bun, people would be like, really, her? She's disgusting. Like, he went from Bahati to
You're
her.
so right.
Okay, wait, but did you then see the TikTok that Sumner's brother's ex-girlfriend made?
So Sumner's brother's ex-girlfriend came out of left field.
Gave no fucks.
She basically was like, Sumner's manipulative, she's horrible, whatever. So now this is like personal beefs coming out about people. And look, Sumner may be a manipulative bitch, but
you know who's benefiting? Sumner's OnlyFans account.
Does she have an OnlyFans account?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah. And if she doesn't, she should make one.
I have to say, like, I don't love Adam Levine's apology when he was like, but I did not have an affair.
Also, like, if she was the only girl, I would, not that I would give him a pass, but it would be a different situation. Like, yeah, people mess up, people get in, people make stupid mistakes. I mean, he's like a textbook narcissist. And here's what my first thought when this all came out was, wow, my mom is literally right about everything. Because when Adam Levine was at like the height of his career, like his songs would come on the radio and my mom would always be like, I don't like him. And I'm like, what? How do you not like Maroon 5 Adam Levine? Like, he's so good looking. Like, he's such a good singer. He's like a judge on The Voice. My mom's like, something about him.
Apparently,
I think
he was like
I don't
a nerd.
like him.
Apparently, he was a nerd in high school.
Yeah. Those are the worst kind of people.
Yeah, you think that they have like,
not nerds. Like, ew, fucking nerd. No,
but
like people that
who have deep-rooted
issues and then like literally try and live high school for the rest of their life because they're just...
Do you know what I also noticed? Like, his wife is like a skinny model and he's going after the girls being
these like curvy women.
He's like, I love your hourglass figure. Oh, did you see the meme going around that his tattoos look like a Chipotle bag? It's like, it is so
you
accurate.
hate that he has a tattoo of California.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Actually, Carly Aquilino, the hysterical comedian and Pete Davidson's ex, people don't talk about it enough, was talking about like, I just want the girlies to know it's not a win when a married dude wants to fuck with you. Like,
no.
You're literally, like, most of the time they're going to stay with their wife. You're
For
literally
sure.
just representing something bad, like something naughty. And if they do leave the wife for you,
They're going to leave you for another girl.
you're going to have one eye open at night every fucking night.
But like when you're in your early 20s, you don't have a fucking brain. Like, it's when you think about like when you're in high school and something happens and you're like, this is the end of my life. Like, oh my God. And then like you get into college and someone brings it up and you're like, oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel about my early 20s versus like now turning 30. I'm just like, what?
But
like,
also, how old is this girl? Are you saying because she's young we should excuse her?
I'm not saying because she is young we should excuse her, but like, she's obviously way younger than him. I mean,
Yes.
when it happened, I think she's under 25.
She's 23.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
right.
23.
I'm sorry. With all the plastic surgery now, everyone, I can't, like, they don't
Everyone
look
does look older. She just was legally able to drink 2 years ago. Like, come on.
She just moved to LA.
Yeah.
This girl, I can't imagine her life. She's like, I'm gonna post this video, fuck it, and then, I mean, you could delete it, but it's still like
it's still out
everywhere.
there once it's on the internet.
I think the hottest take of all this is like, Sumner's an interesting name for him to
that
risk
was
it
the
all
craziest
for.
part.
Risked it all for the word for Sumner.
I do kind of like the name.
It's fun, but like, what you want to think of?
I mean, I don't think he was actually going to do that. I just think that was a way to get her to respond.
Wow. But it triggered a whole hellfire.
Because that's like such a manipulative tactic. I mean, I've even done that. No, but like, you think of the craziest text message you can text someone being like, they're gonna respond to this. It's so fucking outlandish.
You're like, I'm hanging off a cliff. I'm hanging off a cliff. Where are you?
One time I think I was in college. And I used to like fuck around with my next door neighbor.
Hot.
And my best friend from high school wanted to like hang out with his friend, and she was like, you gotta text him something, like something that he'll respond to. And I was just like, all right, like let's like think of something. So my text message was, I think your cat is in my backyard.
Wait, that's the most innocent cute text.
But like to sit there and rack my brain of things like, okay, he's definitely gonna respond to this, and then like I'll start a conversation.
That's
like,
when you
what are
like,
you
call
guys doing
them and you're
tonight?
like, Domino's Pizza.
Is your refrigerator running?
He's like petting his cat as he gets the
Yeah,
text.
it's like this bitch is fucking nuts. He responded. He was like, I don't think so, but let me ask my mom. Let me ask my mom.
Oh my god.
And that's just because I'm a good friend. Anyhow.
Oh Lord. But yeah, what do you think about the brother's ex-girlfriend coming out and just trying to
It's so savage.
She deleted it immediately, but like everyone had the audio.
I'm surprised none of my brother's ex-girlfriends have come out and made a TikTok being like, she's the fucking worst.
Did you see Brad Pitt started a genderless skincare line?
Isn't every skincare line genderless? Like, I don't get it.
It's literally like when they invented yogurts and it was like a black package and they're like, yogurt for men. And I'm like, it's yogurt. It's yogurt.
I think that that's stupid.
I argued that I don't want Brad Pitt. I know he's hot, but that man is weathered. I want Paul Rudd's skincare line.
Yeah.
I want Paul Rudd retinol. I want a ruddy mask.
A ruddy mask. And it's like a mud mask.
I want Paul's moisturizing protecting serum.
Yep.
Paul's protecting moisturizer.
SPF.
Yeah.
The thing about celebrity, I mean, we've talked about it before, but like the thing about celebrities, like products, I want to know that they're like so invested in it.
Yeah. Well, the girl Michaela who does skin reviews, Boston, actually, oh my God, I wish she could go to our show tonight. She goes through and is like, I'm going to tell you if it's really good.
Yeah.
But you don't know. Like, Selena doesn't look like she's more involved in Rare than anyone else.
That's true.
Maybe
That's
she,
actually very
and she also
true.
could not be involved, and she just hired the fucking best people.
I mean,
what do
Rare
they know
is
about makeup?
Rare is a great.
Rare is killing
Yeah,
it.
I love everything
But
I've
then,
ever
like,
tried.
Ariana Grande has a makeup line, and like people don't talk
love it.
about it. You don't love it?
People don't. I've never tried it.
But it's funny, like I look at the packaging, it looks really cool. I look at the stuff, it looks cool.
I think Ariana Grande too is coming out with, which I actually will try because it's the only thing that I've stuck to in terms of clean beauty, is my like shower stuff, like my body wash and moisturizer and like exfoliant. And she's coming out with like a clean beauty line of that, which I think is a great idea.
I would just argue that like, is stuff really that much better of a body wash? Like, have you been like, oh my God, this body wash changed my life? Hey, you look really good lately. It's my body wash.
You do feel healthier because if you think about it, like that gets into your blood system, your bloodstream.
Yeah.
And like,
And then you have like 4 whiskey sours that night.
and then I literally have a nicotine patch stuck to my ass.
Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm trying. I think I'm going to go get, I've had so many conversations with
Hypnosis.
gigglers about this. I think I'm going to go get hypnotized.
Okay, we have to film it.
I think I'm going to get hypnotized because I've looked it up so much online and I've talked to so many people that like their parents have done it or like they have done it. And overall, I've only heard of like people being like, no, it doesn't take on the first time. Sometimes it does for people, but like the most I went was 3 times.
Do it.
I
Like,
think I'm
why
going to
not?
do that and acupuncture.
Yeah, it's not like an ayahuasca trip.
No. And that's my first thing I'm doing when I turn 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not Botox?
No, not Botox. But
You're holding
thank
out.
you.
No, you don't need it. You don't need it.
Thank you, Hannah. Players are ready. Settle down.
I want to get hypnotized to forget about my past traumas. Do they do that?
I don't know.
Because you know how you like ruminate? I was talking to my therapist about it, how it's actually a drug to feel pain. It's like cutting.
Yes, yes.
So like you get really comfortable in the pattern of your brain to be
But
like,
what
let's
if you
think
weren't
about this
funny
sad
anymore?
thing. What?
What if you weren't funny anymore?
That's why Des doesn't want me to go on ADHD medication.
No,
Because he said I'm a creative.
You don't need to go on ADHD medication.
Spoken like a true best friend.
You don't need that. Are you ADHD?
I mean, I have a lot of like TikTok is just giving me ADHD
No,
videos.
you and Craig, dude, I can't with sometimes how similar you and Craig are. Craig has literally watched TikTok for 2 weeks and he's like, do you want to hear another symptom that I have? And I'm like, you don't have that.
But the symptom is like, do you sometimes have trouble getting stuff done? And I'm like,
I'm like, you're just fucking self-centered.
They're like, do you ever breathe in and out? And I'm like, yeah.
He's like, do you want to know why I'm late so much? I'm like, because you don't give a fuck about other people's time. No, it's not because you have ADHD.
You are literally Des. Des will be like, I think I missed an appointment. And he was like, you're really bad with this stuff. And I go, I have ADHD. And he's like, no, you don't.
No,
You
don't.
didn't put
you
in your
just snooze your alarm.
But I'm like very messy. Like my room is so messy.
Yeah, you are like chaotic in that sense.
But also like I'm very organized with work.
Yeah. Okay. You don't have ADHD. You just do what you want to do.
True.
It's the same with Craig. I'm like, if you have to be I go, have you ever been late to a fucking tea time, Craig? No.
Oh my
You
God, that's the
haven't.
funniest thing I've ever heard. That's like guys when they're like trying to plan a date, and on TikTok people are like, plan a date with the same passion you plan your fantasy football league.
Craig rented out an entire area, like an entire where people go and get ready for their weddings. He rented it out for his friends to do their fantasy football draft. I go, I've never he literally left New York City. He was like, I gotta go.
This
Like,
is
I have a really important meeting.
This is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I said, what is the meeting? He was like, well, we're drafting our fantasy football team. And I was like, okay, don't you like do that on your own, like on your couch in your computer? And he goes, Paige, I rented that space for everyone.
Dude, my friends would like wear suits.
What?
I'm like, oh, suddenly you're a fashion icon. You're all wearing fucking Paul Varvatos, John Varvatos. He
I'm
has
like,
a fucking 3-piece suit, and he's.
I can't.
It is funny, but part of an ADHD symptom is if you don't care about something, you like can't get it together.
That's just being self-centered and narcissistic. Oh my God, I hate you two so much. Me and Des should be in therapy because of you two.
Wait, I didn't realize
How similar Des and I are.
I knew how similar you and Des are.
When is Des's birthday in November?
12th.
Oh, okay.
What are you?
The 4th.
The 4th, yeah. I guess you guys should have a joint birthday.
It would be us and like not seeing anyone.
Not drinking.
Yeah, it'd be us like meditating.
So I think I'm going to go to Ireland.
When are you going?
I think I'm going to go October 2nd if I don't like have random shit come up. Because he's been gone for the
how
last
long?
month. For like 6 days. And I think I'm going to do Man on the Street with Irish comics.
Wait, I love that.
But I can't understand them.
I can't wait until you have a child and you go spend like significant time in Ireland and then the child comes back and has like half an accent.
It's going to be so cute.
I'm so
just worried
excited.
because Des speaks Mandarin and he wants to teach the kid Mandarin, and all they're going to do is talk shit about mom.
you. So much shit about you.
So much shit.
I might learn Mandarin now so like I can hang out with them.
I like think I know Mandarin because like I'll see a Chinese person and I'm like, oh, I know someone who speaks Mandarin, and they're like,
It doesn't work like
so
that.
does everyone in the whole fucking
Ew.
world. I also, whenever Des is speaking Mandarin to people, like they'll literally be talking about like how our marriage and how happy he is, and I'll be like, he's talking shit about me, this fucking asshole.
He's
And
telling
making
them
fun
that
of me
like
because
this
they'll keep
is-
looking at me and like laughing.
This is his mistress and he actually has a real family in Ireland. He's tired. The
man
man's
is tired. 2 families is enough for him. Dude, we had a deep conversation about high school in the Uber heading here.
Yeah, we did.
Would you ever tell some shit you went through from high school?
It's so funny because I literally talked to my best friend from high school last night on the phone for like 3 hours. Because I was like, when is our fucking high school reunion? We're about to hit our 15, which is crazy. Yeah, like I feel like I was bred to be on reality TV in a weird fucked up way.
Yeah.
Because when I was in high school, I not only would have like random rumors circulate around me, but the first time I ever heard a rumor about myself, I was in the 6th grade. And it was when I was
6th grade?
Yeah. And I like didn't know, like, you don't know like what to do.
I didn't even have my period.
No. I hadn't even kissed a boy. And it was when I was in the Limited 2 magazines, and there was a rumor going around my town that my mom paid Limited 2 to put me in the magazine, and that like I bought our house. And it was just like these weird rumors.
I kind of love the second one. It's
me too. I was
very
like,
empowering.
yes, I bought this fucking house.
You're like, her parents work for her.
I was like, I think I deserve the master bedroom now. You guys work for me. So that was like the first time. But when I was in high school, I had a mom make up a rumor about me, and it was all about like prom.
Yeah.
And there was this girl that asked this guy to prom, and the guy said, no, I don't want to go with you to prom. And this girl's friend's mom worked at our school, and she started a rumor saying the reason he said no to you is because he's having sex with Paige DeSorbo. And I was devastated when I first heard it. So blindsided, so embarrassed, so shamed. 1, because I was still a virgin at this time. 2, I had a boyfriend. And 3, I was like, what do I say to my mom? Like, is she going to think that, like, I had sex? And this woman worked at my fucking school.
When you told me that, like, it's so traumatizing, but I'm also like, oh, that's why you can navigate the reality TV landscape that is just full of, like, snakes after snake after snake, where, like, I just had a full, like, I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Because you grew up in, like, a small town, which, like, small town shit, obviously it's, like, community, whatever, but, like, everyone talks, I feel like, and
I went to an all-girls school where, like,
oh my God,
literally, I feel like we had a class where you, like, learned how to talk about someone while they were sitting next to you. Like,
that's
it
fucking
was
crazy.
We could gossip like no other.
And then my experience was, like, by 8th grade, I was in public school in 7th grade, and then I got a scholarship to, like, a tennis thing. I was there for 2 years, and then I went to Florida for 2 years, and then I went to a public school in New York City. There was drama because I played on the boys team, but that was, like, fun drama.
Yeah.
But I didn't stay anywhere long enough for me to ever, like, have beef with anyone. I was always just the new girl focused on my own shit.
Yeah.
And I would make, like, a small group of good friends.
Yep. And that's why I really developed the whole, like, mysterious persona, because I never wanted anyone to be able to say anything about me. Now here I am on reality TV. but
it's still, like, it's not real.
Yeah, like, I never
don't
wanted
actually know
anyone
who you
to
are,
really
except the
know
gigglers.
anything about me or, like, what I was doing. And I, like, didn't realize it until I was out of college that I think my mom was so strict because she knew that, like, if I fell into, like, rumors and being upset about it and, like, being out places, people would just have more opportunity to talk about me, because I think she realized it from when I was really little that, like, girls automatically didn't like me and moms didn't like me either.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, because they
you
were
were
jealous.
Limited too.
Yeah, like, ultimately. Because that's so cute.
Sorry, you are Miss Limited too.
So my mom would, like, never let me go to certain things, and I never understood why I couldn't stay out later or why I couldn't go to parties or something. And now I could not be more thankful, because I remember getting to college and people being like, I don't know anything about you. And I loved that feeling.
Yeah.
So, like, when I stay home or I stay in on weekends, yes, it's partly, like, social anxiety, but it's also like a protective mechanism that I use, that I'm like, I don't want anyone to know anything about me or, like, be able to say anything.
The fact that you do Giggly Squad is wild, but I feel like you've evolved to, like, we've created this safe space for us.
Yeah.
Because we've both been in places that weren't safe for us.
There are times where I've literally been on my couch and been like, if I didn't have Giggly Squad, I would move home right now. Like, isn't that crazy? And I feel like you've thought that too.
Yeah, like, Giggly Squad is my favorite time of the week, and, like, it's gotten us through. We're doing live shows now, so we're meeting all the gigglers, and we're remembering, like, how Giggly Squad started when, like, we were all depressed.
And, like, when we do, like, meet and greets and people will start crying,
I cry.
We like start crying because we're like, I know exactly what you're talking about. They're like, no, you don't understand what you got me through. And I'm
And
like,
we're like,
no,
we
you guys
do.
don't understand what you got us through.
Yeah, it was their energy that made us want to go on the lives.
Right.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
Don't.
But yeah, we are coming to Atlanta, so get tickets. That's our whole promo for Atlanta. No, but I love that you opened up about that because I obviously like know you so much today, but like I didn't know you in high school, and it makes so much sense that you do have a shyness to you.
Yeah, that's why like that was my biggest, like I don't care what anyone ever says about me on reality TV, but the only time I've ever, like you could say whatever you wanted about me and Craig, like I know the deal with me and Craig when we're like home by ourselves, but when it started that like we were mean girls, or like I'm a mean girl and I started the clique and I tell everyone like what to do, that is what hurt me the most, because I was like, wow, if you knew me in high school, if you knew anything about me, you would know that like I was never like that. I was really the one that would like try and shield myself from that. That's why like in high school I only had like 4 really good girlfriends, and I only talk to one of them now.
I mean, you're so right. The whole mean girl narrative was so painful because I'm like, call me anything, call me ugly, call me stupid, even call me a fucking liar.
I loved when there was a rumor about me that I had gotten arrested. I was like, I fucking love this rumor. Like, let's keep that one going. Like,
But like,
you know,
all I care about is like being funny and kind.
yeah.
Like that's all I care about.
Yeah.
I was like the kid in school who like if anyone was mean to anyone, I was the one who spoke up and was like, stop it. And that was my downfall on reality TV, that I spoke up for shit.
Yeah.
But also I'm not as good at like, honestly, I give people too much on TV of myself.
Yeah.
So then when you get immersed in like real drama, I'm like, fuck, I don't like this feeling at all.
No.
Talk to your best friends about what they were like in high school, and you learned so much about them.
Me and my best friend last night we were talking about our high school reunion, and we were just like saying names that we hadn't heard in so long. God. And it was so funny because like going to an all-girls school, our grade, we were class of 2010, our grade was so much different than all the other grades. Like they all fought with each other, would get in like these massive fights, and like girl groups would split up. And we were really the only grade that like everyone fucked with each other because we were all bad. Like we would all be like out every weekend, like drinking, smoking weed. Like we just wanted to party. So we all fucked with each other. And like... And like the other grades would get like in fights about boys, and we were just like, nah, like we're gonna hang out with whoever. Like we were just bad kids.
Did you hang out in Sonic parking lots?
We would, like, I would sneak out. I remember sneaking out one night, and we went to the Taco Bell parking lot. Like,
that's what I
were
envisioned.
we doing?
Or did you like get drunk in woods and stuff?
Yeah. Oh my God, we were big field people. I remember the first time I ever got drunk, it was off of Hypnotic.
Oh my God.
Which was like blue.
P. Diddy's drink.
I have no idea.
Or that's the rock.
Remember,
but yeah,
like,
that shit was like, you'd glow in the dark.
In the bathroom. I was at like a sleepover.
Or in Burnett's and shit. It's funny because
Burnett's. Yeah.
I hung out with like the athletes who like to smoke weed and stuff, even though I couldn't because I would cry. But they'd be like, let's go to Central Park. And we'd be like, no, it's bad. Like Central Park late at night
no, that's
is
terrifying.
so scary.
That's a Law and Order episode.
But that's what like the guys could do, like the girls.
Yeah.
But we would like, you know how there's the rock like wall outside?
Yes.
So we would sit on the rock wall at Central Park
that is just
and just
so
smoke.
crazy.
Or we would like, you just be in the subway all the time, going to like house parties, and you just be in the subway, people puking on the subway.
Oh my God.
That was like my like senior year of high school.
Wow.
Our friend, their parents were like rarely there, so we'd go
It's
to their
so
like
funny that
two-bedroom apartment.
When you were in high school, like getting your license wasn't like the biggest deal ever because you grew up in the city.
No one drove. We all I took the subway 40 minutes to school every morning.
We would like illegally drive with like our permits.
But like we had no drunk driving, thank goodness.
Yeah. I will say that's one thing that I've never done. Like my friend group never fucked with. Like
that's good.
If we really couldn't drive, like someone would suck it up and call their parents and be like, whatever, we'll just get in trouble for this. But like your parents ended up like not even getting in trouble because they were like, and Uber wasn't a thing.
Oh my God. Then I went to Wisconsin, go Badgers, and I have a show coming up in Milwaukee, and it's a city. So we would like, it would be like -5 degrees, and we would just go out in skirts. I'm not bringing my coat that's going to get stolen at the bar. My favorite memory, I was with this basketball guy, and he had this huge coat on, and I was like, I'm freezing.
Say he had a huge dick.
I'm like, I'm freezing. Can I have your coat? And he was like, sure. And he gives it to me. And 2 minutes later, he's like, hey, I'm really cold. Can I have it back? And I was like, fuck. But yeah, we would just run to the bar.
When you really become an adult, it's when you're going out with your friends and you say, I'm going to wear a coat. This is crazy. I'm not going to not wear a coat. And that is, people don't realize that is.
It's not when you start liking olives. It's when you
the start of the turn of being an adult. You're like, I'm wearing a fucking coat. I'll look like an idiot.
Also, you're like, I'm not going to get a sniffle for the next 4 days just to like shake my ass for an hour.
I literally went out last Thursday for one of my girlfriend's birthdays. I just recovered. Like, I literally just became a person again.
Oh my
I had to go to the dermatologist. I had to
the gastrointestinal facility.
I bought like packets to put in my water to hydrate. Like, it's been 7 days.
You face masked every single day.
Every day. I was just like, what's going on? I've been listening to ASMR every night to like fall asleep.
Oh, also, let's talk about Gigi Hadid.
Yeah, let's talk.
So Gigi and Leo are like a fish, apparently.
Yep, I guess they're in like Milan right now.
I have a hot take about them.
I can't wait to hear it.
They kind of look alike. Like they both.
Okay, people say that like you're attracted to people that look like you.
And over time, you actually start looking more and more like your partner. Like you become same personality.
Same with like your dog.
Yeah, I think they both look like good-looking pugs. Gigi Hadid.
Yeah, I actually asked Craig that the other day. I was like, "Do you think we look like brother and sister sometime?" And he got really grossed out by it. But I think that sometimes we do.
Well, you shouldn't start a sex like that, you know. I know you guys love
I was
your
like,
scenarios.
Here's a picture of my tits. Do you think we look like brother and sister? Craig's on a bachelor party right now, so I literally just sent him like a nude unsolicited.
Oh, just
to like see what happened. It's really good. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, I do. He's probably a little drunky too.
Yeah,
so
he's like at a bar.
Yeah. Oh my god.
My boobs look huge.
Your boobs are huge.
It literally looks like I photoshopped it.
Oh my god.
I was like, your tits are massive.
You know what's so funny? I was expecting like an artsy shadow like I do. That was wham bam.
I go straight OnlyFans.
You gotta warn me.
I'm like, here it is. I don't post. The only thing I've never posted for in my life a nude. I'm just like, this is it.
I know, that was the least curated shit I've ever seen. Your areola hit me in the fucking eye.
I'm so Gen Z. I'm like, we want to see just like raw, unedited.
You guys, for selfies though, I do have, and nudes, do the like, go on your camera, press selfie mode, and press that little extended arrow on the bottom that makes it a little farther away. It makes everything look better.
Oh my god.
Wait, you never knew that?
Have I been taking my selfies wrong?
Yeah. That makes it so much better. It makes it farther away.
So much better.
And your nudes will be better. Oh, you know what's stressing me out right now?
What?
So my shower, actually in Dez's apartment.
You haven't even told the gigglers that whole saga. That you basically have 2 apartments.
So Des has an apartment in the Lower East Side. Oh yeah, I want to make it clear to everyone because people got confused. The woman died next door, rest in peace, and he was like, we were newly engaged, and he was like, you should buy it next door. Like, we can like take the wall down. It'll be amazing. This never happens in New York City.
Like, and straight it's Sex in the City, Aiden's redoing your floors.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, is this real? Because like, I'll let you propose to me, but I'm not going to put down serious money if like this is not going to work out.
Right.
And he's like, babe, it's real. So I was like, okay, that's good enough. And then I buy the apartment next door, and it's my apartment. We have our apartment and my apartment, and I'm fully decorating it. I'm not running anything by him. Yep. He'll call me. He's like, orange ceilings, and I'm like, babe, this is my apartment.
You don't live here.
You don't like. I don't knock on the door if you want to go on a date. So it's quite feminist.
No, I actually think this is the
modern.
No, this is for a successful marriage. Like, just act like you're perpetually dating.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, people don't talk enough about like midday. It's like 3:00. You're doing work. They're kind of just like, you want to do something, and you're like, no. Like, I want my own space right now.
Yeah.
And Even like marriages, they were talking about a lot of them broke up because in COVID, people were just always around you.
Okay, question for you. If you're with Des all day and you've been together for like, let's say like a couple weeks and it's every single day.
Yeah.
And you go into another room and he like, you're both sitting in the living room and then you just like get up and leave and go into another room and you're like doing something or you're just like sitting on the bed, like chilling, taking a minute. Does he get angry or like, or is he like, yo, what the fuck?
No, he'll be like, babe, are you okay? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing some stuff. And he'll be like, okay.
Craig will get deeply hurt by it.
That is his ADHD. That's his ADHD. One thing I did learn, because Des and I are both big extroverts, obviously, but sometimes we'll be together and we will just watch TV for the whole day and not say a word to each other.
Yeah.
And then I was on TikTok, New York Times, and I was like, is this bad? And they were like, no, the person who you're most comfortable with is who you can be your most introverted with.
Yes.
Like that's like
For
me and you.
sure.
Like obviously we're chatterboxes, but like when we want to just sit there, we can.
Yes.
And that's like actually showing how comfortable you are with them. So Des and I, he's the person I choose to relax with.
Yes. My favorite time with Craig is right before we go to bed. Like when we're brushing our teeth, I'm washing my face. That's when he's the most...
He's tired.
He shuts the fuck up. No, that's when he's the most like vulnerable. Like that's when he'll be like, I got to tell you something. Or like, what do you think about this? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm doing skincare.
Wait, that's
right
how
now.
I am, except Des is asleep by 8.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Couldn't you have brought this
You're
up
literally
3
Des. I
hours
will
ago?
bring something up in bed and I'll be like, babe.
You guys gotta hit us with something like really.
He literally will
intense
be like,
right
I'm
while
not
we're-
talking about this tonight.
While we're trying to wind down.
He literally would go, I'm not talking about this tonight. I'm like, do you know that's called stonewalling? I Googled it. It's called stonewalling when you stop the conversation. And he's like, babe, I can't give you good answers. I'm half asleep. I'm
Yeah,
like,
well,
it's 9 p.m.
Give us a minute. We gotta like think about. We're very methodical with our answers.
We are. And you're also both psychic. Des is psychic.
Yeah.
He
Des psychic? Like
he doesn't
what?
believe in psychics.
But he's psychic.
A psychic told me he was psychic. So I'll ask him for advice.
Yeah.
And he gives it to me and I'm like, thank you. And he doesn't know that he's my psychic.
I think that Craig thinks I'm psychic too. Craig is like, I think Craig thinks that I'm a witch because like he will tell me things and he'll just be like, and I'll be like, why did you feel like you had to tell me that? And he's like, because I just feel like you would have found it out.
So
or like that you inherently knew. So like I have to tell you.
I know you're a witch because you got a pimple and then you looked at me in a weird way and now I have a pimple in the same place. So that was some witchcraft right there.
That's for my nails, bitch.
I know. We're just going back and forth.
Wait, we haven't even talked about how everyone's fucking dyeing their eyebrows.
Look, I do have to say I am a trendsetter.
You are.
I haven't been in fashion ever, but I'm a trendsetter in other capacities.
I literally just got a targeted like ad or something that was like celebrities are taking the no eyebrow trend by storm, and I was like, damn you.
You guys, this is a trend forecasting podcast. If you had shaved your head and bleached your eyebrows and just shown up at Fashion Week, I wouldn't be able to talk to you right now. You'd be like, You'd be in Milan.
You'd be dating Leo.
You would. You'd be dating Leo. Craig would just be hanging out with me and Des like, so has Paige responded to you guys? And I'll be like, nope. She forgot about the little people.
God.
Anyway, also I found out Kim doesn't sweat.
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
Did you watch the first episode of the new season?
No, I told you I haven't watched any season ever
What?
of the Kardashians.
In the whole 20 fucking years that they've been on television, you've never once watched an episode?
No.
I'm at
Do you
a
think
loss.
do you now question all my opinions on them? Like I don't know them, but I personally like to see them for real, not through their curated TV show.
Sorry, I'm just having a hard time processing.
I would see like some stuff on E and I would like play a little. And my dad would be like,
Okay,
turn this shit
Hannah,
off.
Here's the thing about their television show. Is it so crazy curated? Yes. But the early seasons on E, some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yes. But that's why part of me is just overwhelmed by like everything they have. that like I find it kind of obnoxious to watch.
Well, the thing that like annoys me sometimes is that like they still try and do the old model of the show, which like inherently made them famous, of like this crazy family that was like somewhat relatable but not really. But now they're so not relatable that I feel like they don't play into it enough.
Yeah, like either go full like, guys, this is what it's like to be this famous.
Yeah.
Don't be like, okay, do we get our salads?
Like they have someone for everything.
They have someone shaking their salads for them now.
Yeah. They have someone literally sipping for them. And
they
like,
were
baby
also
birding
saying
them.
the whole like bragging about how much you have is like trend is TikTok is like ending it. Like Kylie posted her with like 100 Birkins behind her and everyone's like, people don't really care. I didn't know this about Paige, but every day she's scared of having to move back home with her parents. And that's something you should talk to a hypnotist about.
My biggest fear
Also,
was
is it
just,
that bad? Your mom does cooks amazing food.
my biggest fear like 5 years ago was that I was gonna have to move back to Albany and like I'd be seen like in the grocery store and someone would be like, oh, that's that girl that did that reality TV show one time.
Yeah, that's anxiety.
Like that, I'd like hated that thought because there were people in my town that had gone on like some random reality show and like people would always be like, oh, she did that like episode of The Apprentice, and I was like, wow.
But that
Now
also
she does
is
nothing, and it was just, like, I
anxiety
hate
and how
that.
black and white you think about it. You're like, either I'm a star or I'm moving back home with my parents and everyone's talking shit about me in the supermarket. Like, and life is not
That's
that
how
black and
small
white.
town I was like, I can't go to the grocery store.
You also could move anywhere. You don't have to move back to your
No,
small
I have to
town.
move back.
I think
Yeah,
deep
no,
down you
that's
kind
a
of
fear I've
want to move
created.
back to your small town.
Partly.
Would you and Craig ever get a place in Albany?
I don't think in Albany, but I do think that at some point I would buy like a condo or something in Saratoga. Like I want Craig to do a Sewing Down South pop-up somewhere. I
Well,
don't
Saratoga's already alliteration.
yeah, like Sewing Down South
in
Saratoga.
Sewing down Saratoga.
Yeah, like I don't even
Saratoga Sewing?
I mean, my mom would like cry of joy if we did it in Saratoga, but I want him to do I have so many ideas for his career too.
Yeah.
But like I want him to do a pop-up somewhere other than Charleston and we like go and live there for a few months.
That's so fun. I mean, he could do pop-ups everywhere. He wants to do one in Australia. Apparently Des was like egging it on.
That little shit.
Yeah, when they
now
went to the
every
US
time
Open.
Craig says something, I'm like, well, maybe like you'll find your wife in Australia, or like, wow, when you go down under, you're gonna like,
Or
you can do it when you're in
or
Australia.
maybe he has a second family in Australia
I
already.
think he does. I think he has a blonde girlfriend.
Adam Levine has got us all fucked up, okay? We're all fucked up from it. Oh, finally. Have you heard of Jeanette McCurdy?
No.
She
Oh
was
yes. What was she on?
Sam and Cat
Yeah,
with Ariana, but I
but then she was on something earlier
she,
on
with
the
Miranda Cosgrove.
Yeah, what was that called?
They was honestly, we were a little old for it.
Yeah. It was like almost like they were on the internet or something, and the guy that like created the show, I guess, was like a huge fucking weirdo.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she has a book that came out already called I'm Glad My Mom Died. And I know people write books, but like this book is getting like serious press.
Notoriety, yeah.
And she basically talks about how her mom had a dream of her own that didn't work to become a movie star, TV star, got her kid in it. But there was just like a lot of abuse in terms of like food. The mom would restrict her diet. Oh my God, that's our makeup artist and I have no pants on.
I'm gonna get the door. I saw her. She was doing an interview with
Trevor Noah?
Yes, and he was asking such good questions. I don't think that he gets enough credit for what a great interviewer he is.
Yes. And she basically cried at one of the questions because she's like, wow, I did a whole lifetime of therapy to answer that question.
I saw that clip.
He was like, what did you learn from it all? But yeah, the mom did some wild shit. But then she also talks about the guilt of like missing it. Like she still loves her and misses her. So the mom
My
passed
book club
away.
is coming back, so I think maybe
What book club? Oh, the book club that never started. The book club of
Yeah.
you reading captions on your iPad.
Greg and I are going on vacation for like 4 days, and I was like, the only thing I want to do on this vacation is read a book.
Where are you
And
going?
We're going to Aruba for a couple days.
I thought you were going to say Ravens game. I was like, that's not vacation.
No. That we are then going to a Ravens game like after.
Wait,
but I was like, I
Aruba's
want to
so
read a
fun.
book on it, and so maybe I'll read that one. But my My friend from high school wants me to read the Matthew McConaughey book.
Oh,
And I
what
was
is
like, look,
that?
I can't be just like out here
his
reading.
like autobiography.
Yeah, she said it's like a life-changing book.
Oh, like motivational.
Kind of.
I
yeah.
feel like he did the Wolf of Wall Street guy and then just stayed as that guy.
He's like my top. He's my number one. After Armie Hammer became a cannibal,
Wait,
Matthew McConaughey, yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought you didn't even like blondes.
He's different. I don't classify him as a blonde.
He is Southern.
Oh yeah. No, he's from Texas.
Oh yeah,
They're
Texas
different.
is just Texas.
Yeah, Texas is Texas.
Okay, we also gave you guys a lot of homework yesterday last week on stuff you need to watch. So I'm going to do a quick okay, Paige is traumatized. I made her watch Dahmer.
No, I don't even watch it.
Watch it. If
I could get through 3 episodes.
it's Ryan Murphy, so it's obviously super disturbing. It's very graphic. Des was telling I'm talking so much about Des this episode. Des was telling me that he remembers when Dahmer got arrested. It was 91 when we were born. But
I
he was like,
wasn't even born yet.
yeah, it was crazy because everyone was like, this guy in Wisconsin has been killing people and eating them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you basically see in detail.
No, it's so detailed. It's terrifying.
and it's a little too, it's too like normal. You
Yeah.
just see his day. So I highly recommend Dahmer if you like a creepy. I watched the Elvis movie. It was shit.
Yeah. Well, because you don't really like that director.
Baz Luhrmann, I feel like he made it about him the whole time. And it's like, we get it. There's like weird transitions.
Right. He's like very artsy. That's what he did.
I feel like at the end,
Gatsby.
Elvis died. Sorry. That's not a
Spoiler.
spoiler.
It's not
He's dead. And like, I didn't care. You know, I've never watched something where the person died and you were like, okay. Because you didn't know anything about him. You're like, he's hot.
Yeah. Yeah. I have 2 things that I think people should watch.
Okay.
Back to my book club for a second. Tell Me Lies on Hulu is one of the best shows I've ever watched in my life.
Sweet little lies.
And I was watching the first episode and I was like, why do I know this story? I read the book like 7 years ago. Spoiler alert, I didn't finish the book. So I'm going to finish the television show. And then Where the Crawdads Sing on Amazon. So fun. Did you know that?
What's a crawdad?
I don't know. But did you know that Reese Witherspoon's like a billionaire?
Yeah, she has a production company.
Because of her book club.
Oh, I see what you're doing here.
Yeah.
You're trying to start a book club pyramid scheme.
You sure am.
Oh, yeah, because she like bought the rights to all the books in her book club or something.
Genius.
But that's also one of those, like, you know how to get be a billionaire? Just like buy millions of dollars of property.
have money
and
to make
resell
money,
it
Hannah.
for $2 million.
Here's the thing. I have zero emotion when it comes to like fictional things. So like I don't cry during movies ever. I couldn't tell you the last time I cried during a movie or a television show. It's
I
just like,
only cry during fictional things.
yeah, it's just like not in my nature. I'm like, because like there's something in my brain where I'm like, this is fake. So
But
like
Craig
I'm not.
cries.
Craig will cry all day. But Where the Crawdads Sing, I cried the entire time.
Is a crawdad like a kind of zaddy?
No, it's like a bug.
Oh.
But I was on a plane and someone said if you're on a plane, you cry more if you start to cry. I don't know if that's true or not.
That sounds like you orgasm more when you have socks on. It sounds like something in the New York Times.
Okay, that's something that we should research.
Yeah. So, finally, do you know Elvis wore eyeshadow? Like all the time.
I mean,
I feel like Craig would want to do that.
I want to be them for Halloween.
Oh my God.
I think
Craig would like that.
I think Craig will do it because I will tell him he can wear eyeliner.
He does. He wears eyeliner.
He loves wearing eyeliner.
Imagine
on
if
Halloween.
guys start wearing eyeshadow when they go out.
Craig will only do his Halloween costume if he can wear eyeliner. Do you know how like niche that is for me? I'm like, okay, I guess pirates again.
hilarious.
Here we are.
That is so fucking funny. Also, everyone watched The Devil in Ohio.
I didn't love it.
Oh, you watched it?
I watched a few episodes.
It was like a little corny, but it like kept my attention.
I think I was reading the New York Times too much while I was doing it.
Yeah, you had to kind of follow it, but it's
Yeah.
about a cult, and like it's kind of, it feels like Hallmark movie, and then it gets
Yes.
like super violent.
Yes.
Not that violent, but like people burned to death. Lil Baby. I watched a documentary about Lil Baby. Are you familiar
How
with Lil
was it?
Baby at all?
A little bit, yeah.
So he's not Da Baby. That's a different rapper.
yeah.
Lil Baby basically was this like, I don't want to say drug lord because I don't really know what a drug lord is, but he was making a ton of money selling drugs.
Okay.
Like he was like
I'd say
rich,
drug lord.
like millions of dollars selling drugs.
Mhm.
Like he's respected in the streets.
Nice.
Never wanted to be a rapper, but he had an air about him. Like he had like star quality.
Yep.
And he would hang out with rappers. And one day the music company was like, you should rap. And he was
Kind of like Jay-Z. I mean, Jay-Z was a drug dealer.
yeah. But this guy, like, sometimes they get out of drug dealing because, like, it's just dangerous. They're not making a lot of money. This guy was, like, killing it. He would have
Wow.
eventually gone to jail, he said.
Right.
But he starts rapping. And he's, like, not that good. And he's like, do you realize I'm going to lose my reputation in the streets by being a sucky rapper? And it's
Oh my
going to
God.
affect how people see me in the streets.
Thank God we haven't lost our reputation in the streets.
I mean, I'm scared every day I'm going to lose my reputation in the streets. That's why we're out here hustling. So he starts getting good. Next thing you know, he's fucking amazing.
Wow. Good for him.
So Lil Baby
What's
is
it on?
iconic. What'd you say?
What's it on?
I think it's Amazon or Hulu. Or
It could be HBO Max. It could be Netflix. We're not really
There's
sure.
too many. I can't.
I
I literally can't. Do you know about Barker Wellness?
no.
You know Travis Barker has a full wellness company.
Oh, he just came out with it. Yeah, I did see
But is that not competing with...
Brad Pitt? Yummy.
No, Courtney's wellness company.
Oh.
They're selling like...
I think his is CBD though, isn't it?
Oh.
I think it might be.
I don't know. The concept of just saying wellness on things and making it...
I just also feel like if you're a former rock star, I'm probably not going to go to you for wellness things. Thank you.
Also, what the fuck does wellness mean? You could put wellness on anything.
I
Honestly,
mean-
Giggly Squad is wellness.
I mean, we're going to a retreat for my 30th birthday in Idaho, so I think
Wait,
that,
I'm so excited.
I think we should go to a retreat. For,
Wait, your 30th birthday is just us having an intervention.
like I planned my own intervention.
Yeah, you go, guys, thanks for coming. There's champagne. If you want to speak up, there's a microphone over there. We have a good DJ.
And welcome to my first book club meeting. Thank you.
You guys, thank you for listening to Giggly Squad. We have a show coming up in Atlanta. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, leave a nice review, and we love you guys so much. Thanks for giggling. Bye.